From the Mayborn School of Journalism at the University of North Texas, this is NT Daily News.
Welcome to your update on what's going on in the state legislature and what bills are being considered. This is North Texas Daily TV, and I'm Marcus Sykes. Texas teachers are one step closer to getting a raise. On April 3rd, the Texas House passed a school finance reform bill. House Bill 3, which would provide raises for teachers in 3-year increments, now moves to the Texas Senate. The raises would be increments of 7% in 2019, 7.2% in 2020, and 7.4% in 2021. The state of Texas is considering a bill that would track the reading levels of deaf students ages 8 and under. Senate Bill 895 would require the Texas School for the Deaf, Texas Education Authority, and Texas Health Services to track the reading levels for deaf and hearing impaired children. The bill seeks to guide and track the language acquisition at Texas schools who serve the deaf. The bill states that according to the National Center for the Deaf, that achievement tests show that 18-year-old students have a reading level of a child in the 3rd or 4th grade. A bill proposes changes to the current way licensing for medical professions are done in Texas. House Bill 1501 would consolidate 4 existing boards into one. Currently, there are 4 examination boards which cover psychologists, marriage and family therapists, professional counselors, and social workers. All 4 would be under the Texas Behavioral Health Services Board to address the ongoing backlog of licensing applications as well as those for exams. If it passes, it would take effect September 1st. The Texas Senate has introduced a bill regarding the operation of unmanned aircraft in Texas airspace. Senate Bill 59 would set guidelines on the conditions under which a drone may be used. The bill would allow professors, employees, and students of an Institute of Higher Learning to operate if they are not in federally restricted airspace. The bill would go into effect on September 1st if signed by Governor Abbott. The Texas Senate took a preliminary vote on a bill that would allow licensed professionals to discriminate on the basis of religious freedom. Senate Bill 444 would allow for licensed professionals to refuse service based on their religious beliefs. The only exception to this is for emergency care physicians or medical personnel in the case said person is in imminent danger of death or injury. The bill, which also does not include peace officers, will take effect on September 1st if passed. A new bill in the Texas Senate clarifies what the state must not do to impede a woman's right to abortion. Senate Bill 150 seeks to clarify what Texas is not allowed to do regarding abortion regulations. The state is prohibited from forced the closing of abortion providers, increasing wait time, increasing travel time, require medically unnecessary visits, requiring medical providers to provide services they normally wouldn't, increase in cost, stigmatize abortion patients and providers, or eliminate or decrease abortion access. The Texas House filed a resolution to recognize April 2nd as Gun Sense Advocacy Day at the Austin State Capitol. A Texas Senate resolution is seeking a state funeral for the last surviving Medal of Honor recipient of World War II. A proposed bill in the Texas Senate seeks to reduce infectious diseases associated with needle use. Senate Bill 2205 seeks to reduce HIV, hepatitis C, and other injection-based infectious diseases. It would require the safe disposal of all used needles. It would provide needles, hypodermic syringes, and other injection-related supplies at no cost. If it passes, it will go into effect September 1st. Counties face new requirements regarding the use of eminent domain if a new Texas Senate bill passes. Senate Bill 175 will require all entities who use eminent domain for the purpose of gaining land to file yearly reports with the state comptroller. A county that is found in violation of the act is subject to a $1,000 fine at the state comptroller's discretion. As Texas counties continue to grow and more residents move into the state, there's concern about flooding. A new bill in the Texas House would create a flooding infrastructure and set aside more than $3 billion from the state's rainy day fund. If it passes, the bill would take effect on January 1st of next year. A proposed bill in the Texas Senate seeks to overhaul current residential treatment centers for children in response to the Family First Prevention Services Act signed by President Trump. Senate Bill 781 would strengthen licensing requirements to open a new RTC facility, allow for public hearings for license renewals, clarifies enforcement provisions of the Human Services Resources Code, specifies what types of violations will lead a facility's license, suspension, or revocation, community engagement plan, operational plan, and educational plan, local community review, collaboration between Texas Teacher Education Association and Health and Human Services. I'm Marcus Sykes, and this has been your Texas Legislative Update. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you again next week on North Texas Daily TV's look at what's going on in the legislature.